Hi, in this video I'm going to show you how to make a very basic master material so that you can get going on your project. Let's go into our materials folder and click new, right click and select material. I'm going to call it surface master. The reason why we need master materials is because they're more efficient and you get to work faster with them. Yeah. I'm gonna need some textures for this, so let's go to our texture folder and use the ones that I provided before in the link in the description. I'm only gonna be using the color, the normal, and the roughness. I don't want to do anything with displacement yet. That's gonna be for a different video. And drag and drop them into the engine. Let's see if they ask for anything. Once they have loaded in, you're gonna wanna select them from here and drag them and drop them into the surface master material. Let's bring that up over here. And what I want to do is select the RGB from the color and bring it into the base color. Select the RGB from the normal and bring it into the normal. And then select the RGB from the roughness and bring it into the roughness. And you gotta notice that right now we have a very basic material. This is not very functional yet as a master material, but I just want to show you that if you don't want to go through with it, you can use it like this. Let's go back into the materials folder. You can just drag it and drop it into the faces that you want, and you can start seeing what it looks like. You can also drag it onto the other side of the faces that use a different material. And if you wanted to just use it like that, then that's fine. But it's not really what we're going for here. So in here, what we want is select. I wonder if I can select all of them and upgrade them all at once. Yeah, you can select all of them and convert them to a parameter. This one's gonna be color. This one is the normal. And this one is the roughness. Well, oh, I changed the position. This one is the normal, the roughness. And this one down here is the normal. And I'm gonna show you why that is important here in a second. We're gonna click save, and if we go back to our scene, if we right click on the material and create, and then select create material instance, and I'm gonna call this wood_00. Do I have 3 O's? No, that's how it is. I think I do have 3 O's. Whatever. Now, the importance of what we just did is that, god damn it, it's different here, is that we can click on here and select a different texture, and it's gonna work a lot faster. Do we have, let's say, default texture? We can just change textures on the fly. It's gonna be really, really fast. Let's go back to our wood texture. But that's the only, there are a lot of benefits. These master materials can get really complicated. But like I said before, we're just going for something really basic here. So one thing that I like to add is to change the tint of it, and I'm gonna do it once again in a very basic way. I don't want to add too much complicated stuff in here. So I want to drag from the RGB side, and I want to make a multiply node, and I want to multiply this by a vector. Let's see if I can make vector. Actually, I'm just gonna make a constant. Let's select 3 and left click. Now we can drag this and put it into here, and then drag from multiply and put it into base color. And this is gonna do is this is gonna allow us to select kind of a tint that we can apply to the texture. So let me make sure that the default is white, and because if it is black, we're not gonna be able to see anything. Okay. And I need this one to be a parameter as well. Convert to parameter. I'm gonna call this tint. Hit save. And now if you go into the material instance, you're gonna notice that if you open it up right here, you can turn on tint and make this material have some kind of tint. There we go. Red, purple, any color you want here. I'm gonna go with light blue. Why not? And now I can come here and assign this material onto the other side of the wood and make that part be blue while the other, it's a different color. And that's the important thing about master materials. Once again, they can get really complicated, but this is as basic as you get. One thing that you might have noticed is that they can also get really shiny, like you can see here. And sometimes you don't want that. Let's say if I wanted this wood to look very rough, then we need to change the roughness of it. We need to be able to manipulate that. So let's go here and we're gonna do something similar to this. We're gonna have a roughness intensifier kind of thing. So once again, dragging from the RGB, we're gonna make a multiply node. And I think I'm just gonna do a constant here. So hold 1 and left click. Drag that into the B side. And now from multiply into roughness. And the bigger this number, the less shiny the object should be. I'm gonna leave its default at 1. And I'm gonna convert this to parameter. I'm gonna call it roughness multiplier. Hit save. And now back in our instance material, you can see that it is really shiny. You can select that, turn that roughness multiplier on and crank it up to 5, and now it's not very shiny anymore. I'm gonna leave it at 3. Hit save, and as you can see that the blue side is not as shiny anymore. This one is not being this brown side is not being affected because this one is not an instance material, it's the master material that we applied on it. So we need to create another instance for it. Create new instance, wood 01. And if you wanted to add some tint on it, you can still do it right here. Turn it on, and I don't know, red. I actually just wanted to make it darker a little bit. Yeah, why not? Let's go like that. And now roughness multiplier, let's change that to 3. And now they are both not going to be very shiny. And remember to apply it, drag and apply. There we go. Very nice. Another thing that you might want to add to your master material is the ability to tile it up. For that, we're going to need to right click, test, and look for texture coordinates. There we go. And from here, we want to drag a multiply node. And now we're going to hold 1 and press left click and convert this to parameter. I'm going to call this tile. Drag from here onto B, and I'm gonna make its default value to be 1. And from multiply, I want to drag into the color UV side, and also drag into the roughness UV, and also into the normals UVs. Now go ahead and click save. And like I said, what this is gonna do is gonna let us tile up our texture. Now if I go here, if I go ahead and click tile on and just ramp it up all the way up, you can see that it starts tiling up on this texture. This can help you out to when you have to tile up something really big. One use of it can be that, let's say I want to make a new material. I'm gonna create a new instance material, create new material instance, and I call it wood_02. I'm gonna quickly go ahead and change its tint and make this red. I'm gonna change its roughness scale. I'm gonna change it to, and I'm gonna change like its style. Make it 3. Save this map, and I'm gonna add this to the floor, and you can see how it tiles up a lot. This is a bit too much. Let's see if I can lower that a little bit. Tile 0.5. Yeah, it looks a bit nicer. And now once again, this you can see the usefulness of master materials. You can just keep making instances and doing little changes, and you only really have to modify the graph of one material. Now all we really need to do is just cook it and put it in the game. See you on the next one.